Okay, so setup wise, as we said, is a lot better in terms of that grip, and that's what I think is helping your path now, because if you trust the club face is square, swinging more from sort of shallow and more behind you is going to make sense, because the club face now is going to feel stronger and more to target. So the main issue now, posture, we obviously can't see your posture from this side, but you can see even that first part of the swing, you've got basically on a full head, and it sort of continues on. So the line now has moved from one side of your head to the other. Yeah. I would like, in an ideal world, to be basically half a head's width, okay? Yeah. That's, to me, enough we can deal with, okay? So this one here now is probably 2/3. So it's moved less, but needs to be a little bit less going forward slightly, okay? And it's just something to be aware of. It's always going to be a characteristic you're going to keep going back to, okay? Yeah. So when you find maybe some of your shots are a little bit like a two-way miss, chances are this is probably what was fallen. Yeah, exactly. I think that's one thing, same thing I said to Heather, is like, if when you're playing you're able to diagnose your problems a lot more effectively, you can then at least make some sort of adjustment on the course. Like what I call my get round the golf course swing, It may not be pretty, but it's going to be a less destructive. It's going to be not going to be 20 yards left, 20 yards right, and so on, and not knowing where it's going to go. You could say, okay, I'm going to stay a lot more stable. I might move a little bit more to the left because I'm still used to doing that, but I'm never going to flip it left. So I'm going to take it a little bit ahead of it maybe. I might just push it a bit to the right. Now you've got a one-way miss. So you're going on the left-hand side, stay centred, and just get forward a bit. If you don't go too far forward, it'll be fine. If you go a little bit too far forward, you'll leak it right, but you'll never pull it left, If you're moving back here, depending on how much you come back to the golf ball from that head position, if you don't go back enough, you're going to hit the ground behind the ball and you're going to flip it left on you, or you might react to that and then it goes too far right, or you might move way too much to get back to the ball, in which case it will go right again, and then your hands are trying to save it. There's just too many variables. And again, in terms of the finish position, we see when you come through on this one, that's kind of your finish position, whereas this one here now, you're kind of in a more stable, balanced position, and that's what we've got to try and see. So when you're swinging, I think two kind of like light bulb moments, we say, a two-way miss and loss of balance. Generally, I would say 99 times out of 100 you've been swaying too much. Now, are you swaying too much just because of you are? Or is it because you're a bit lazy with your posture? Either or could be. So just make sure we're double checking that posture, okay? And it's so easy to fall back into that old habit, okay? Just get a little bit of this, especially in the cold and the misery, sort of walking around. People's body language, they've just a bit, bloody rain again, So we can get that posture better.
Slightly more athletic.
Well, exactly, that's the thing again. And it's how we warm up for a game of golf. As you said, if we don't warm up fully, then we're not going to be in the best position now to make that swing that's going to be more efficient for you. So I think angle of attack is much better. Okay, your swing plane is much more where you want it to be. And the grip now being a little bit stronger is certainly helping that. It's a question now of just getting that posture to be better. So when you swing, your movement off the ball is a lot less to the top of the backswing. Again, impact position you're coming into now is decent and through to a decent balanced finish position, okay? So this is all working nicely.
We've got a lot of the components.
There's a lot of good things coming on. And again, from a consistency standpoint, that's what we're looking for, having less of a two-way miss.
Practice and it'll help,
more regularly. I think the more you play in practice, the more you're probably going to get your fundamentals better. I mean, it's the thing I always do when I don't play I know I don't play a lot now anyway, but when I was playing a lot more regularly, even through December and Jan, I didn't play that much. I used to practice a little bit but not play too much. But now through the winter, what I would then do, the first session I come back in the new year, it'd be posture, grip, alignment, just get myself set correctly. I go through the fundamentals because it's so easy to sort of creep out of them, So getting a better posture, work on less of a slide and a rotation, and then the less movement. Again, you're always going to have a little bit of movement, that's fine, but it's by how much. Once you go beyond basically a full head's width, we're too much. Okay, mate?